So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's pre-market analysis. So, I hope my audio, everything is and screen as well as is visible for everyone. So, we will start with a quick recap of what are all opportunities we would have got yesterday with respect to the levels which we discussed. So changing into 15 minute, if you see, we had a great good gap up start over the market, even above our resistance one. 26,300 was our resistance one. We had gap up start above this. So after opening, if you see that if the first initial 15-minute candle itself dropped below our resistance one, so we could have planned a trade over here as well up to our PP pivot line point. So, or else you could have a planned a trade with respect to the range breakout thing. If you mark 15-minute range on Nifty's first 15-minute range, you could have planned a trade over here as well. So, if you see that you got a proper breakdown here, and after that a retracement also happened, then again the second, third, or whichever candle breakdown this low, you could have planned a trade over here, planning first target to our this pivot point, and secondly to our this support one. So if you place on 5 minutes, if you see, we actually planned a trade and provided the signal through in our Discord community. So we planned the trade over here, expecting this 15-minute range to break down, and this liquidity zone which I marked over here in red would be metered. So we planned a trade in on a 1:2 risk reward ratio. 10 point was the SL. No, not 10 point. The entry was at 42. We planned a trade on Nifty 26,250 PE. This was our trade plan yesterday. So the buy price was at nearly 48 to 50. This was the buy price yesterday which we have planned over here. So on this level, we got that particular. We planned the trade over here and we got that entry and on the basis of this 15-minute range breakdown. We got the entry, right entry, and we got all this three target also. The first target was kept at 60, only 10 points, then to 70, then 90. So we made a high of 125. So yesterday we planned a bearish trade like we discussed on the initial start of yesterday's session. So let this was the opportunity we had, and we gave one we could have taken from here as well when our pivot point, when it retested, we could have planned a reversal from this particular rejection zone from this thing to our S1. This was the trading plan in Nifty. So with respect to today's pivot line, let's mark the days out zones. I hope my screen and everything is visible to everyone. Good morning, Rehanji. Good morning. So let's settle out today's level. So today's pivot line lies at 26,210. Yesterday's were 220, but today it is at 210. 208 we modified it to 210, rounded it off. And if we see with respect to the support part, so with respect to our pivot line, the support one lies at 26,090. This is our first support lies. And support 2 is pretty closer, 26,000. So the support 2 lies at 26,000, only 90 points below that. 26,000. And support 3 lies at 25,890. So 110 point below. These are the three supports for the day with respect to the pivot line. And if you see on the resistance side, 26,300 still remains the first resistance. And resistance 2 is at 26,410. And resistance 3 lies at 26,500. So if we see on the OI base side, so we'll discuss that. We'll just quickly mark this plan and we'll discuss it. Though the R1 still lies at 26,300, we marked it already, and this thing have a slight change of 10 points. 10 point change is there with respect to the pivot line for the day. And if we mark these zones, 26 410 slight change here also 10 point, and here it changed to 500. And this thing lies between our first support is at 26,090, and with respect to the resistance it is same only. We have a broader range for the day, because as you see that the candle strength on a bear side was pretty higher as compared to the other days. So the bearish zone starts at below S1. So obviously 2690 to S2 is at 26,000. So these we'll mark this as well. And the third support is at 26,900. This comes to 890. So these are the zones with respect to the pivot line for Nifty today. So if you see that the OI support zones are at, I will separately mark it up. Hmm. So these come similarly between 400, 400 and 500, like a S1 and not resistance. So here the call writing is to be said to be higher with respect to the OA based if we see. So possible rejections can be happening from here, not like all over to a bear sentiments, but a bear flip or a particular day. So we can see that the call rates are higher over this side, and if we see on the downside, if it is between 100 and 150. This is an OA based zone. I will mark this out as well in the text. OA. So this is with respect to the OA, and where higher OA open interest open orders are to be seen on this particular 26,400 and 500, in between 26,400 and 500, and the downside it is at 26,150 to 100. And if you see that a possible rejection was also being seen from this particular point and in the previous candle as well. So let's see for today if this levels are being broken, and if you, with respect to the pivot line, if you see that it is already trading below the pivot line. So similar to yesterday, it was trading below the pivot line, but we had a great gap up start in the morning itself, but from the start itself we started dropping, and we had witnessed multiple opportunity, and today also we can expect a neutral to mild bullish start, or it can continue falling to this particular levels, and we can plan the trade with respect to this levels. Like yesterday we had a chance to take a trade from this particular point, or we had a chance to take trade from this pivot line for yesterday. 220 was the pivot line. We had an opportunity there as well. So in Bank Nifty also similar opportunity, and Sensex also similar opportunity were seen. So these are the levels with respect to Nifty. So we'll quickly move on to the Bank Nifty part. So if you see on Bank Nifty, we had a great multiple opportunity on the bear side. If you see that this was our first uh, second resistance for the day 60,050, and we could have planned a trade from here, or else we could have planned trade from this levels, or a possible rejection from a reversal from to bullish side, or if it was breaking down below this level, we could have planned a trend over here as well. So let's change it to 15 minute. So this, so we could have planned a trade. It gave a breakout and it reached up to here, and it again consolidated, came back to retested, reclaimed this level, and again it gave a possible breakdown over here. We could have planned a trade over from this first resistance to this particular first resistance to resistance 1, or from here this breakout. So let's change to 5 minutes. From this breakout, from this particular possible breakout to this level, or we could have planned a trade below our pivot line point to the support 1. So these were the opportunities we got yesterday in Bank Nifty, and with respect to this we will plan the levels for today. So 59,750 is where today's Bank Nifty's levels are also being, and there is a change in the resistance part. I'll slide changes only with respect to the resistance and all. We'll mark it down. So like I said, pivot line lies at 59, 740, 10 points difference is there. So 59, 740 only will be marking. Yesterday it was 50. And with respect to this, support one lies at 59,370. This is where the support lies. First support, and support 2 lies at 59,055. 59,060 will be marking. It is 55, and support 3 lies at 58,680. This is our third support, is a broader support layer. And with respect to the resistance part, resistance one lies at 60,050, similar to yesterday. This was our resistance 2 yesterday. So R2 is at 60,420, and R3 lies at 60,740. So these are the level with respect to Bank Nifty. So we will get our pre-market opening in 3 minutes. So we will mark the pivot line over here. TP volume confirmation. So resistance ones also we will be marking down. We will mark it as R1, and the coordinates at 60,060. It was our second resistance yesterday. So 60,050. This will be our resistance 1, and pivot line you can see, and the support 1 will be at 59,370. So with respect to Bank Nifty, if you see, these are the three support levels and resistance level for the day. You can, so similar to Nifty, you can see that it is trading below this, and we will just wait for the pre-market opening to happen, and we will see, discuss the things with respect to Nifty and Bank Nifty. If you see, these are the levels you can plan trade with these particular support and resistance level. With respect to the direction of trade, you can confirm the direction if volume confirms, and you can use this pivot level or resistance level or support level to plan your entry, either a reversal or a like trend continuation trade. You can either do that way. You just have to confirm everything with the volume. So if a breakout or a breakdown happens, confirm it with the volume, or else wait for the pullback to happen to take an entry. or you can directly take entry on breakout by confirming it with the volume. So that's with Bank Nifty, and we will move on to Sensex. If you see, so Sensex also similar to Nifty 50. The market opened above. So if we see R2 130 was our R2, it opened nearly at 160. So similar to Bank Nifty, we had three different opportunities over here as well. You could have trailed here as well and all. So we will quickly mark the today's pivot level and the support and resistance. So to 85,770 pivot line, 85,770 will be today's pivot level, and support one lies at 85,350. 350 is support 1 and support 2 at 85,60,060 and support 3 at 84,650. So these are the three supports, and with respect to resistance 86,060, similar to our Nifty 50 only. 86,000 will be the R1 and R2 lies at 86,470 and R3 lies at 86,760. So these are the three zones with respect to support 1 and with respect to the pivot line. So we will mark the pivot line which is at 86,770, so 20 points difference. And with respect to the R1, if you see 8660, 86,060, and support one is at 350, 85, 350 will be the support one. So with respect to these levels, you can plan your trade. Like I said in Nifty, Bank Nifty and everything, you can plan it either a reversal or a breakdown or a continuation of that particular trade. So if you see, we got the pre-market starting below our pivot line. So like just opposite to yesterday. So yesterday when it closed below our pivot line, it opened with a great gap up, and today it is opening gap down. So you can, so it is like I said, the OI based zone was here and it is opening even below that. So we can expect a bearish trend to continue. We will see the FIA data. If there is any reversal chart, you will always so. If you are trading on the bullish side, confirm it with the volume. So FIA is on net bearish, and we will see with respect to the cash market. On FNO side, if you see, it is net bearish. So similar trend, FIA continue to sell off, nearly rounding up 1,200 crore, and similarly DIA continue to buy it, balance it out. So what exactly DIA do is balancing our market out. So as per the opening, you just wait for either, like I said in the morning, either you can plan a trade with respect to this 15-minute range breakout, or else you can plan trade after that first initial momentum. Like let's say that the initial momentum start at 9:15 to 10:30, you can see a momentum trading happening, right? After that, you can plan a trade with respect to the 45-minute range zone also you can utilize if you are not willing to trade on a momentum trading time, or else you can capture the other after the momentum trading happen. You can even trade on the 45 minutes range candle as well. See, only you just have to do is that you just have to trade or confirm your directional entry with respect to the volume, and you can utilize this support and resistance level and also the pivot level for your trading entries, or even you can trail your SLs, or you can partially work with respect to these levels. This is how we utilize the given levels with respect to all three levels are given. With respect to that, you can utilize those levels to your entry purpose. So you can plan your reversal entries from there, or breakout or breakdown entries from there, and you can plan, you can modify your trades to trailing SL, or you can partially book with respect to these levels. So only one thing you have to do is that you should confirm your directional move with respect to the volume. A higher volume gives you a higher confirmation on that particular direction. That's it. So that's all for today, guys. So I'll wind up the session. हाँ जी, gap downing खुले थे. So we have gap down starting. So like I said, I'm still saying that anything can happen, and this OI based zone is also being broken. So I expect the bullish continue, not bullish, bearish to market to bear flip to continue bit, but or else if it is sustaining above this level, or you can it is nearly to our support one. So if it is sustaining above this level, you can plan a trade minimum at least up to our PP. Then if this gap to be filled, you can utilize gap theory as well. So I'll show you something else also. So out of everything, so it's we know that it started with a gap up. So we could have planned a gap up theory as well. Gap up theory. Gap theory, it is majorly trading where we expect the Nifty to fill that particular gap on the same day. So we can plan a trade with respect to that also. We have shared all these things. So it was a gap up. So we expect this gap to get filled. So you can utilize this 15-minute to happen at least up to here 1 is to 1.5, and you can point out the highest this particular level, this high to be done. So more than 1 is to 1 we are getting over here. So we could have utilized a gap up theory as well. So if we expect that particular gap to be filled on the with respect to the volume also, we can confirm this. We can utilize the gap theory as well over here. So today what exactly is happening is a gap down opening. So if the volume and everything is supporting to fill up this gap, then definitely you can plan a gap filling theory over here as well. But you should always confirm it with the volume. That's the only thing. And usually we should plan the trade to 1 is to 2 minimum. It should be above. So the market opened, you can see that this gap will be, I guess it will be filled now itself. So we will see. So this particular zone is OA based zone also. The writers are our high over this particular zone. So let's see. I wish everyone a good day. So you can plan your trade with respect to these levels. You can plan your trade and reversal trades, breakout, breakdown entry with respect to this support and resistance level, and you can consider the pivot line level also. You can plan the trade up to there and a reversal from there. Anything can be planned. Just confirm it with the volume, and also properly manage your risk like every day. And I wish everyone a good day, and I'll wind up. Thank you so much, guys.